Meet Chris. He is a network architect working for an international bank. Chris's challenge is to meet the delivery targets, where the application team is building the applications at a fast pace, but the network delivery is too slow. Let's analyze what slows down the network delivery. The business decides to launch a new application and requires an application delivery network to facilitate the transaction. While the application team is building the apps, Chris starts designing the network with the various networking elements involved. For every network feature, Chris has to evaluate multiple vendors and select the best fit for the requirement. Chris ends up buying boxes per feature, and most of these devices do not interoperate as required, which leads to complexity, high capex, and vendor lockdown. Somehow, Chris manages to integrate a solution by using available vendor features, and he passes the design to the implementation team. The design now requires these vendor experts to configure the whole solution, whereas Implementation Manager does not have all the experts in-house. To meet this need, the manager calls up a professional services company and hires an expensive contractor. All this leads to increase in capex, delivery time, complexity, and dependency in network design, resulting in slow network delivery. The challenge doesn't end here. Upon implementation, the network is managed by either an internal or external support team, which again requires vendor-qualified engineers. Due to multi-vendor setup, in the event of downtime, it becomes more challenging to work out whose fault it is. This leads to undelivered service level agreements, reduced productivity, and eventually financial losses. Just to make it worse, making changes on the live network is never easy. Business requests a change and Chris designs a change. He submits the change to the change board, which upon review often gets rejected. As the board doesn't like the changes, the stake is too high, it's too risky, it's not insured, it's not foolproof. Do you have a rollback plan? It's always the same story. Somehow, after several revisions, Chris gets his change approved and passes the change to the support team for implementation. As this change can only be done after production hours, it's scheduled to be implemented in late night. The engineer works through the late night and by mistake he implements a wrong policy, which stops the network to function and the services shuts down. Upon review, the senior network staff fixes the problem, but still bank incurs financial losses. Due to this, the poor support guy was made to leave the company. Was it entirely his fault? Or was it the complexity of the traditional network systems make it hard to manage? Networking as of today is complex due to its distributed nature. With multiple protocols and vendors involved, the networks are difficult to build and maintain. So is there a solution to this? Software-Defined Network, or SDN, a new architectural approach to decouple of brains of networking devices, centralize them, and make it programmable. It allows a simple, flatter architecture with rapid prototyping and single-touch provisioning. In a SDN architecture, we decouple the features from the multiple vendors and provide them using a software-defined network controller. A flat layer 2 fabric can be used for packet forwarding, and layer 4 to 7 services can be dynamically provisioned on the top. So what are the benefits? Introducing Evolve, a northbound application which facilitates SDN network design, provisioning, simulation, and automation. It helps you to monitor your SDN controller and fabric. It helps you to design your fabric and orchestrate services. It helps you to simulate and automate your SDN, reducing risk and process complexity. Dashboard displays the real-time health status of your SDN controller and the data fabric. Canvas allows you to sketch a new design, simulate it in a virtual environment to test, dynamically implement it directly on the production network, dramatically reducing the time required to go from design to pre-staging and deployment. Control lets you take a snapshot of a live production network and automatically create a fully accurate simulation of this network in a virtual environment, allowing you to test changes virtually prior to production deployment. Evolve can automate the implementation in the middle of night with no human intervention. In case of any change failure, Evolve can roll back the change automatically and send the report. Using Evolve, Chris has not only met the growing demand by reducing his design and implementation complexity, But he has also de-risked the environment, increasing the productivity with less downtime, meeting aggressive SLAs. Reducing stress on the network, Evolv is proven good for Chris's pocket as well as in his life. Find out more how Evolv can solve your network complexity. Log on to www.ecodenetworks.com.